Hey everyone, happy Monday! Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So today we start the letter D for dog. So our dog embroidery, we already have A through C, and we've even quilted them already. So we got those done, quilted on Friday. We did all of that on Friday, I think. So all of these little fellers, I'll show you guys those again when we're done here. But tonight we start the letter D for dog. So all right, let's get going, everyone. Hope everyone is having a lovely start of their week. All right, so we are working on the letter D embroidery. So let's just get this out of the packaging right away. We are going through the alphabet this year. So this is our second month doing this. We're working on it the first and second week, full week of each month. So this is month 2 that we're starting it, and yeah. We're going to do this little puppy. So let me show you the ones that we have done already. So we did the bee, and we quilted these already too. So we quilted these. I'm going to zoom you guys down, sorry. We quilted these on Friday, and we did all 3 of them, which is crazy. I did not think we were going to get that much done. You know, it doesn't have anything on the side here. They're going to be trimmed down to 8.5 inches ultimately. So we're going to lose about an inch on each side. So it's going to be cropped and even kind of cuter. So this is, I'm hoping I can improve my quilting as we go along here. It was fun. I haven't done it in a while. So we did the letter C as well. Here's our cat. Oh, and then we picked out background fabric as well. So obviously we're quilting right away. We're just quilting these small little guys. And so it's like, well, how can we do that? We are using the quilt as you go method. Here's the letter A. So how that works is we are going to, B would go next to A. We are going to actually sew little sashing pieces, and then we're going to sew a binding piece to the back. And we'll go over that later when we start assembling these. But we may actually get to that a little bit this week. I have to cut all my sashing pieces and make those, and I have a little bit of a plan for that. But we'll talk about that later in the week, I think. But anyway, so we got that all done. Oh, and then I have a practice one. I made an extra sheet just for practicing, and we did that little flower. I like doing little motifs like this. My problem is getting in and out. Like, once I'm here, once I made my flower, now it's like, crap, how do I get out of there and move to the next thing? Same thing with patterns. Like, I got myself stuck in here, now how do I get myself back out and have it be pretty? So those are the things that I'm going to want to work on as we go along here. Like, my personal, goals, I guess, of this quilting process. So anyway, starting the letter D. All right, so we have the stitches used here, and on the back of the pattern here, I have the stitches as well. So I'm going to keep this nearby as I stitch. And then we have our Trace Me pattern. So this is if you want to trace it using like a water-soluble marker or a pen. And we have the iron-on pattern, and that's what I'm going to use tonight. So first things first, I'm going to cut away the Iron Me text right there. Is that fabric available? Oh, Sheila, so I think I was able to find, yeah, okay, so Sheila, I know what you're talking about. I was able to find a little bit more of that other style of fabric, so I should be able to cut that up and get it to you. Otherwise, it's, this is what we have now. We don't always know how it's going to come to us. But all right, here's our letter D. So this is backwards. what we're going to do is heat up our fabric and then flip it so that this pattern is down so that it'll be in the correct direction. And then we're going to press it for like 5 seconds or so. We'll check it to see if it transferred, and then we're good to go. And you can use these transfers like up to like 5 times or so. I'm actually going to do 2 right away because we've been talking about making a fabric book too, like a little kid fabric book. And I just love that idea. I haven't stitched anything yet for that, but I am transferring a design onto fabric just so, you know, if I do decide to binge stitch some weekend, I can get started. There's no way I'd be able to finish all that in one weekend, but anyway, I can dream, right? So, all right, here is the fabric that I'm going to do first. So I have my pressing mat. You can use just like a pressing board or something. Always put down something to protect your mat though. So I'm putting a little paper towel down. And all right, let's preheat our fabric. So preheating the fabric is super duper important. Mine's just on the cotton setting here. And we want to get our fabric nice and warm before we transfer the design. All right, and then I'm gonna place this in the center. So I'm gonna like end up cutting these down to 8-inch blocks or 8.5-inch blocks. So if I'm not perfectly centered, that's fine too. All right, once I got it there, I'm just gonna set my iron on there, count to about 5, and actually it'll probably go pretty quick. Ooh, a little bit more, so you can check it. You don't want to wiggle the design too much because you don't want, there we are. I don't want like fuzzy lines. You know, so if I wiggle the pattern while I'm on, like by moving the iron a lot, it could make the patterns bigger. Oh, is the fabric available? That yellow flannel, Sheila, it is not. So that is actually, so this background fabric, it's actually was from a bolt of fabric that never got produced. So this is from when I used to design fabric. The fabric company I worked with was going to try and make flannel, but they didn't really like how it turned out. So I just have like the sample pieces. So that one's not done. However, I did actually upload a bunch of other patterns from that collection up onto Spoonflower. So I actually have a way to make it available, Sheila, and we'll probably be talking about that later this week as well. So over on spoonflower.com, I have a area on there where you can order that sort of fabric with my designs on it, that match, like, you know, some of these as well. Oh, you know what? I was going to do another one of these, so let's do that. I forgot about that already. So let's do another one. All right, so here's my second piece. This is like what I was going to. The second one is for when I make that fabric book at some point. All right, so preheating. So I'm using the same pattern. Like I said, you can use it more than once. Sometimes you have to leave it on a little bit more each time, but you'll figure that out because, you know, I'm putting it on here, then I'm checking. Oh yeah, we're fine now. Oh yeah, even better the second time. So there we are, little doggy. I might actually use this one for today. He turned out great. All right, so you guys, we are ready to stitch. So just as a preview, next month we're going to do E and F. So we have the elephant and the little fox on deck for next month. Ooh, it's going to be just like fun kind of going through all these. I'm excited. So again, these are patterns that I made like a decade ago, but we've never done a stitch along for them, which is crazy to me. I don't know why that never happened. So I'm excited that we're doing it now. All right. So here we are, ready to go. So like I said, I'm going to keep the pattern nearby. And I'll probably go by these colors too. There's a lot of colors in here, but I think it's kind of cute. So, all right, let's get in the hoop. So I'm just centering it and getting the hoop on the outside here. Oh man, you guys. Oh, how long will that stay in the fabric? So Kathy, this is basically semi-permanent. So it's basically permanent. It will fade a little like once it's washed and stuff, but not a lot. So it is pretty much permanent. So you're gonna want to stitch over the lines as best you can, but it will fade with washing. There we go. I think we got her in here. Oh, Christine Chicken. It is definitely, Christine is asking, will you ever make a chicken kit or like a farm theme kit? I think that would look super cute in your art style. Thanks so much. It is on our list. So I can't say more than that. But it is on the list. I suppose that's all I can say right now with that. All right, let's just start with the outline. I always kind of like starting with the outlines on these just because I feel like I get a lot done. I kind of like this all satin stitched in. That'll be kind of fun. But yeah, let's get this kind of gold, yellow lab sort of outline going. All right, and that would be the goldenrod color. Oh, and it looks like we have used that already, so I'm going to pull that out here. This is this mess of crazy right here is from, I started with one of those, one of our packs of 23 colors here. So obviously we haven't used some of them yet, and I just thought I'd keep using it and see how far I can get with just using this one pack. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just kind of peeking in here if there's any goldenrod kind of hiding, and I don't see any, so we're going to start fresh. So all right, let's get our about 18 to 24 inches or so, and I'm going to give it a little snip. Thought I'd use the red scissors today because it matches the red here. All right, so I'm going to get my 3 strands of thread. For some reason, I'm feeling like stitching this one pretty close to the original design. I know we've chosen other colors, like for the cat and the butterfly, we did totally different. But I don't know, for some reason, I'm feeling like I want to do the little yellow lab here. All right, let's get our pieces back together. All right, and then my needle. I got my little needle threader here and my needle minder. I'm gonna just grab my needle. I like having it near me. I could have it on my piece, but I like kind of just throwing my needle at it, so I set it just next to me. So I don't always use a needle threader. Okay, I am going to start with my away knot. So again, this is just so I can reserve thread to weave in later. So we're going to start there. Kind of tempted to just go, like start here, go around that way versus starting with the head, which is odd for me. Usually I would just go start with the head. But I don't know, I kind of want to start with the back. So I'm going to start about 4 inches away from where I'm intending to start. And I'm going to pop up here. So this is a dot for a French knot right there, but I'm going to just stitch my back stitch right over it. And then later when I do the French knot, I'll just do it right on top of the back stitch then it'll make it look like it's on top of everything, which it's the collar, it should. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think the sweater's coming off. It's been so chilly, and I was in the basement kind of all day today. So I needed like my triple long sleeve shirt on. So now I got my fun little jean shirt that we've been adding all the embroidery and tatting to. There. Now I feel more free to embroider. So we're doing the back stitch here. There's most of the lines in all of these patterns are back stitch, but one of these days we should try like doing it stem stitch or something. That'd be kind of fun to play with stitches, but yeah, for this one I just feel like going the back stitch route. I had a like in my head, this afternoon I was like, is it, I can't for the life of me remember if it's Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday today. Like, do I have to take out the recycling yet? And then I'm like, oh my God, it is just Monday. So I literally couldn't remember, oh God, is it Wednesday or Thursday? It was not even close. But man, on Saturday, I guess like Saturday night into Sunday, we had so much snow. Like I was just hoping to get like it warm enough and nice so we could just go outside again. But then we got dumped with like at least 4 inches. It was probably closer to 4 or 5 inches of the wettest, heaviest snow ever. And then, oh my God, so we were trying to shovel it on Sunday, and usually I could just shush it away and scoop up a little bit, but oh my God, I could move my shovel like 1 foot before it would be too heavy to push anymore. And oh my gosh, just like scooping it, I had to take a break like after every 3 scoops. My neighbor came out, like opened his door and started rooting me on because I was clearly struggling at the end of the driveway. But it is actually warm. It felt like 40s today. I don't know if it really was, but the sun was bright and actually warm, like it wasn't freezing. And it was a nice walk today. Oh my gosh, it was over 60 in upstate New York. What? You're not supposed to be that warm yet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are nowhere near the 60s, I don't think. Man, that's like no jacket weather. Forgot what that's like. Ugh. But it is refreshing to have the sunshine actually mean that it's warm instead of extra cold. Because winter has that tricky sun where it means that we're not being insulated by clouds anymore, and it's even colder. But it was actual like heat coming from the sun today. It was bizarre. Oh my gosh, you have torrential rain. Kimberly says we have torrential rain here all day. Ugh, mud and flooding today. Ugh. Hope everyone's safe in there. Flooding is no fun. We were warned about, like, it poured rain on Friday or no, Saturday during the day. Like, pouring rain, and we haven't had rain yet. So we were all worried that there'd be a bunch of house flooding then, because you know, if there's so much snow and ice on the ground, the rain doesn't have anywhere to go, and we had flooding a couple of years ago because of that, like in our basement, and so did like everyone across town. But we were totally fine at this time, and then woke up to all of that snow, like so much heavy snow. I did see some snow forts in the neighborhood, though, on the walk. So it was like just the perfect sticky snow for snowmen. I was so exhausted after shoveling, though, and John's knee kind of hurts and stuff too. But if it wasn't for that, I think we would have made a snowman. We made snow angels just because the snow was just so perfect. We had to do something. But oh my god, was I exhausted after that. The stickiest, wettest snow of the season. Oh, you're afraid you're going to get a whopper of a snowstorm before the month is done. I know, this month has been kind of crazy. Oh my gosh, we're like almost out of floss already. Well, that didn't take long. I'll probably get to the bottom of the leg, maybe. If I remember right, I think that we used this goldenrod color quite a bit throughout this alphabet, so we'll definitely have to probably get some more. Almost there. I think this is one of the first designs I did for this alphabet. I think I did it before I even knew I was going to do an alphabet. This may actually be the first one, now that I think about it. Alright, we made it to the bottom. Dang, I feel like I'm getting good at estimating how far my floss will last. Yeah. I don't know if that's really true. Let's see if we can get like 2 more out of here, and then we'll weave in the end. Yeah, 2 is kind of pushing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, this is the last stitch. So this design, I think, will go awfully quick, like how the cat went quickly. The letters always take a little bit of time if we're doing them satin stitch. And I guess there's some satin stitch up on the collar too that'll take some time. But overall, I still think we'll have a lot of time left. So we could, I left all of my quilting stuff out here, my sewing machine and my extension table for my sewing machine. I have that all not totally put away here yet. They're off the table, but they're not totally put away. So we could quilt this one probably this week, how we quilted the other 3. All right, so I just snip my away knot away, and then I have like this little excess, so I can weave those in as well. But yeah, so we can probably quilt this one too, and then I would love to maybe start cutting sashing pieces. And I think for mine, I want to use a bunch of scraps and kind of do like a patchworky sashing. So sashing is like the border of the blocks. It's like an interior border of a quilt. So like on a quilt you have the border, which goes all around the whole entire outside, and then sashing is like a border that goes around each of the blocks. Did you hand quilt the embroidery letters blocks? The 3 that we did on Friday? Is that what you're asking? I'm not quite positive what you're asking, Sheila. We machine quilted them, the 3 that we have done already on Friday. free motion quilting on my home machine. Yeah, so we didn't do it by hand. We did it, I mean, we didn't do it like hand, like embroidery. We did it with the sewing machine. So like here's one of them. So we have the 3 layers. We have the back, the front, and the batting pieces in there as well. And we'll be doing that quilt as you go process. But I need to make all the sashing first, and ideally the back binding part. So we'll dig into that a little bit. I did do a little video on TikTok on the quilt as you go process, but we'll get into that a little bit more as we go here too. Oops, let's weave in this way. So I'm just weaving in my end so I can get started again. I always do that 3 times, back and forth 3 times. So this is the second. And the third, back up to the start, kind of locks it in. All right, let's go. Little puppy. We had a dog growing up named Kirby, and I think this looks a little like Kirby. Oh no, Amy says, power's been flickering, strong thunderstorm running through here. Ugh. We had, I don't know if there was thunder. So we were right on the, I guess our part of that storm that went through the Midwest and Iowa and stuff. I think we were on like the top little edge of that. So we had rain on Saturday, like heavy rain. I don't think it thundered or anything, though. I don't think we had thunder and lightning, but it was heavy rain, which we haven't seen since, last year when it was warm. And then it turned to, like, mega snow. Oh, yeah, sorry, Kimberly. Yeah, on TikTok, I'm just at Penguin and Fish. So at the lower... when you just go onto TikTok. If you've never been on TikTok before, don't let the main page you swipe up to get different videos. And don't let that, whatever pops up there, like, that'll change. Like, that's without helping the algorithm out at all. So don't let that deter you, because I know that's a thing that can definitely deter people, because it's just crazy, stupid stuff. A lot of times when it doesn't know who you are yet, basically, when you haven't liked anything or done anything yet. So if you just ignore that, and then you go to the bottom and look at the little magnifying glass, click that, and then type in Penguin and Fish, all one word, A-N-D, not the ampersand, and then I should pop up there. Then you can go click that, and then click follow there. That's where I am. And actually just the act of following me will probably help start your algorithm. So you'll probably start getting other crafters and stuff like that. But, while you're in the search realm, like when you're searching for Penguin and Fish, like throw in, try doing a search for embroidery or quilting or anything else that you're gardening, anything else that you're interested in, and click on a few of those videos. And if any of them are interesting at all, click, like, double tap to like it. And that will be the start of training TikTok on what you're interested in. Because otherwise it's going to be just like teens doing cringy stuff and people dancing and whatever. And that's not the TikTok you want. So anywho, that's my little TikTok for beginners advice. Otherwise, you're going to go on there and be like, this is the dumbest thing ever. No one should be on here. I'm leaving. But once you train it a little bit, it's just so entertaining, and you just get to see, it's just like like a huge vat of like human creativity is how I feel like it. That's a horrible description. But it's just amazing how creative people are in all sorts of ways, and I think that is really, really super duper showcased on TikTok. Oh, Kimberly. Kimberly says, sounds dangerous, like you could be there for hours. Yup. Yup, yup. I'm not arguing with that at all. That's where the problem lies for sure. So, you know, user beware, I suppose. Ah. Oh, Kimberly says, I think I've seen the silly ones, but I didn't know how to use it as a research tool. Yeah, and I mean, like, you can use it for a research tool, but a lot of times, once it knows the type of stuff that you like a little bit, stuff will just pop up that are sort of related, like, stuff that you didn't know you didn't know, and, or just, like, really little interesting bits on history that someone's talking about, or just, like, it's just a tossed salad of interesting information, and tons of it, like for me on mine, it's like a lot of my algorithm, like my For You page is what it's called, like your main page that pops up, where they just feed you videos. There's like knitting and tatting and crochet and just like people giving out little lessons, or just some artists just making like the most beautiful whatever ever, and like people gardening and propagating different plants, and it's just in interesting ways, and people's different greenhouses that they're making. It's just so interesting, and I don't know. I'm like, all that stuff is awesome, I think. And if there's stupid stuff, swipe by it really quickly, and you probably won't get as much of that stuff anymore. They do throw things in every once in a while, so it doesn't get like stale for you. Like if you're, you don't want to curate your algorithm like too much, or they don't want you to because it'll get stale. But it'll, in general, you can train it, is I guess what I'm saying. But there's just so many creative people, and that just, so showcases it, and that's what I love about TikTok. So much talent and creativity out there for sure. Oh, Corey says, an excellent description of TikTok. Okay, well, that's good. It can be a dumpster fire too, for sure, if you let it be. But yeah, you gotta teach it a little bit. See, I've also trained it to give me them cat videos. Like cat grooming videos, and horses on farms, and everyone doing their little farm chores, and we get to see the goats and the puppies and the chickens, and I've trained it to give me them videos too. But it's just so funny because I'll watch John's TikTok compared to my TikTok. Like sometimes we'll go back and forth, just like trading off TikTok clips. And his algorithm is so different than mine. I think he's bored with mine too, because I got a lot of like 3-minute how to craft videos and stuff that pop up on mine. Oh, Christine says TikTok can be mentally draining sometimes. Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like that with all social media. Like there's just some days like, you know what? I can't see anybody doing anything creative or interesting today. I just can't mentally handle that. So then it all goes away. Anyway, I like it. But yes, it can be as good or as dumpster fiery as as you can. But yeah, definitely if you're just first getting on, go right to the little search guy. I mean, feel free to plop around and me going like this is me scrolling to the next video, zoop, swiping up. But feel free to look at those videos, see what's pops up for you. If anything's funny or cute or whatever, like it by double tapping it, and it'll feed you other things similar, and so you can start there. But if you want to train it real quick, then yeah, head over to the search, that hourglass, not the hourglass, the magnifying glass at the bottom, and then search for some topics that you like right away and watch some of those videos, like them, and if you actually like them, don't just like them but if they're interesting, and then it'll the algorithm will learn pretty quickly. But yeah, don't let your first 3 minutes deter you, because it's gonna be the stupidest thing ever with a fresh, algorithm. I'm sure that's not how it really works. Anywho, we are almost done with our second piece of thread. I'm gonna have to cut some more, and it'll probably take us 2 more bits to get through the rest of this outline here. I think we'll be pretty close to getting this outline done tonight, and then tomorrow we can just do all the fun little details. I actually don't think it'll take that long to do that either, so we might get all of the dog part done by tomorrow, and then Wednesday doing the letter D's. So we might have Thursday and Friday available to us again, which would be great because we could quilt this, and then we could cut some sashing and do get ready to do the quilt as you go process a little bit. Ooh, I'm about to sneeze, I think. Alright, I think that's my last stitch there. I don't have that much thread left, so let's weave in the end. There we go. Boop. Alright, little guy, I need more thread. Alright, let's get our 3 strands out of there again. Boop, 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 boop. Got all the sound effects today. Zoop. And zoop. Alright, run my hand through that extra piece, and let's put these back together. Alright, now we're ready to go. Match this up a little bit better. There we are. Oh, Kimberly says, I've seen about 100 different families all do this same country song. Thought if I heard the tune again, I'd lose my mind. Now I know why they kept popping up. Yes. So, and basically anything you see on Instagram stories or like Instagram Reels or Facebook, that's like a little TikTok video, was probably a trend from like 3 months ago on TikTok. Maybe not that long ago, but trends are a huge thing on TikTok. You'll see a lot of people repeating the same thing or duetting a thing. So that's just when they have a little like screen next to the other person's screen on TikTok. It looks like they're right next to each other, two like little rectangles, and you can like basically add to what someone else has done on your own thing by doing a little duet with them. So that's popular. And yeah, so certain songs and certain dances will pop up. But that's all kind of interesting too. Like John has trends on his that I have no idea what like I had never seen before, and I have trends on mine that he's never heard of before too. So that's just so bizarre because like some of those trends I'm like, oh my god, every other person is doing this trend, and then it'll be he won't have seen it at all because his algorithm isn't feeding that. So if you do see one trend and you like it, you'll probably see it a lot of times. But yeah, most likely if you're seeing it 100 different families doing the same thing, it's definitely some trend on TikTok, I'm sure. Ooh, Amy! Amy says, I'm excited to get the first blooms. I'll bring them on my vacation. That's awesome! I am starting to ship them, so we sent out an email. I'll tell you guys. Whoever's in here gets a special notice. But we sent out like our secret email to the people who signed up to get notified when the First Blooms flower series. Oh, these guys. I have them right here. When these guys were available. And, oh, Kimberly says, I ordered mine today, too. Yep, so if you were on that list, you got an email. There is a special deal just for today. So tomorrow, that deal will go away. So it was just for the people who signed that not the wish list, that email, that button that says, send me an email when it's available. So all you guys got that special super duper bonus pricing on it. So anyone here, yep, oh, Amy says, I got the secret handshake. Yep, exactly. So anyone here, you get that secret handshake too, just not for as long because we're going to be taking that sale down tomorrow morning. There'll still be a discount on buying the whole bundle, but not nearly as much as today. So if you wanted it for cheaper, today would still be the day. But yeah, thank you guys, everyone who got them. I already have most of them ready to ship out. So they'll be going out tomorrow, and then I actually have to make some more, which is great. So I'll be making more of them tomorrow and getting them ready to ship tomorrow as well. Oh, Christine said, I signed up for emails, but I never get any emails. Okay, we send quite a few emails, so I would check your promotions folder, or what's the spam folder. I recently went to my own spam folder and saw like a zillion newsletters from not mine, but like of other places that I want to actually get their emails. So I had to go in there and mark them as not spam. So I would check that first, and then I would just, if you don't see them anywhere, just try signing up again and just double checking your address. But I guess my guess is that they're probably sitting in spam. But regardless, they are live right now. The First Blooms, those flowers. So they're live to everyone. We just didn't tell anybody except for whoever was on that list. So the deal is still there for everyone today. We just didn't tell anybody. But yeah, so that deal goes away by tomorrow morning. But yeah, check your spam. But if you move like the spam to the inbox, theoretically it should be a little bit nicer and not totally throw them all away. But I don't know. Oh, Sharon said just put my order in. Thank you for the reminder. Awesome. Oh, after the marathon, I felt I had to have them. Oh, funny, Kimberly. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, so those are what we stitched last Saturday. Last Saturday? Not like 2 days ago, but the Saturday before. Oh, I guess it has been that long already. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, that was a marathon that I was getting tired by the end of that. So we had stitched one earlier. So we stitched the crocuses earlier that week, and then we stitched the remaining 4 all on that Saturday, and it took 5.5 hours to do that. Which is a lot. That's a lot of embroidery. 5.5 hours. Alright, getting his little smile in. Yeah, so my guess is we'll go tonight. I'm going to weave in the end to get back over here. We'll probably go tonight till I'm done with this outline. I'm guessing that's about will get us to 9:30, I'm thinking. But like I said, I think we'll get probably all the details done pretty quickly tomorrow. Not totally quickly. We got satin stitch and French knots. All that'll take some time. But I think we will get it done tomorrow. Oh, really, me? Thanks for the rose. That's awfully sweet. Oh, Kimberly says, but look how fast you pulled it all together for us. Quick. Yeah, and those are fun to do. I just really love drawing those little flowers. What's the dog's name? Well, it looks an awfully lot like our old dog Kirby that we used to have. But it doesn't have a name. Ooh, Marcia says I checked my email and already ordered mine. Awesome. Thanks so much. Ugh, I appreciate that. I appreciate all your orders, you guys. That's what keeps us going. That and hanging out with you guys in the evening here. This is best part of the day always. Get to sit and craft and chit chat. And just a reminder for everyone, I'm on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube right now. So if you're not seeing, like, if you're wondering, like, who the heck is she talking to and whatever, I'm reading comments from all 3 places at once and answering them all at once. I like this guy's little weird face. I was thinking it might be fun to do... I don't know if I would actually do this because it just seems like a lot of work, but in my head I'm like, oh, it'd be fun to do pet portraits that are in this style. Like commissioned pet portrait embroideries. But I don't know if I'd ever do that. We'll see. Maybe someday. It would be kind of fun. I do think I'll have to get a new piece of thread before I'll make it around his head, though. We had 2 dogs growing up, but at different times. Look how I stretched out this letter D. I'm going to have to probably put this back in the hoop or just pull this bottom here. There. I'm straighten it out a little bit. So this was like angled at the side, so I just kind of pulled at where the threads are horizontal to that point. So I just pulled right here, and that kind of pulled it back. So I must have just like put it in a little bit weird. But there, now those D's look a little bit better. Oh, Kimberly was saying or thinking, I was thinking the dog's name had to begin with a letter D. It could. We could name him. The first name that popped in my head was Damon from Vampire Diaries. Oh, Rufus is a cute dog's name. Oh, Catherine says, this doggy looks like my Miss Jamie. That's cute. Mine will be black and silver. Ooh, fun. Yeah, that's the fun bit with these, is that you can just do whatever colors. I forgot about that. I was thinking it would have been fun to like fill one of these completely in, although this is bigger now than it was in my head. Like if I have the size of this, then we could like fill it all in, like thread painting it, and that would be really fun to do with this dog. But we'll have to do that with something else maybe. Dudley, Dilbert. Ooh, Dilbert, that's kind of cute. Dozer. I think of The Matrix with that. There is a character named Dozer. And Dilbert, that's that like comic strip where he's like in corporate America. Comic strip, isn't that Dilbert? I always like those. Definitely gonna need a tish more of this thread. I will be losing thread chicken today. Oh, but I was saying we had 2 dogs growing up at different times. They're both labs, but one was a black lab and one was a yellow lab. So we had Chip when we were real little. That's the black lab. Short for chocolate chip, but it was always just Chip or Chipper or Chipperoo or something along that lines. And then we had Kirby. After the Game Boy game, Kirby. I guess like Kirby as in, yeah, I guess that's more than just Game Boy, but in our brains it was Game Boy. But it was, in my head we spelled it Kerby, not Kr or Kirby, which is the video game. That's that like bubble that like sucks up things and spits them out. We liked that game on Game Boy when we were little. So that's Kirby, and he was a super duper pale yellow lab, like a very light yellow lab, I think. So that's it for the dogs. Then we had all the kitty cats. Kitties, they're nice. Yeah. Yep, that works too. Kirby, like the vacuum cleaner. Yep, that would have worked too for sure. Alright. Almost out of thread. I'm gonna get, this is gonna be my last stitch with this thread. I think this was pushing it too. Oh, Kirby Puckett. That would have worked too. Although he was not a brewer. I think he was on the Twins, right? I think he's big in the cities here. There, I'm just weaving in my end. And, uh-oh. Lost a thread there. Well, let's just weave that one in, I guess. Don't know what happened there. Guess we're doing it one at a time. Kind of silly. Now look at these other two. Oh, Sharon, that's so exciting. Sharon said, guess what? I got a sewing machine so I can learn to quilt. That is awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah. I would get them YouTube videos watched or take a class and just like learn what all the little parts are. Or maybe you know all that already. I don't know. But like the initial getting of a sewing machine can be intimidating a little bit, I think, but like once you get how to like put the bobbin in and out and get the tension right and all that, it is just so much fun. And yay, I'm so happy. I'm happy that you're gonna quilt. Ooh, a brother. That's a great brand. Diana says, hooked on your show. Oh, thank you so much. All right, let's get this last piece of thread out. Oh, Rockin' Robin says, I thought I had pushed the button. I guess not, so sad. Oh, well, it's nice to see you here now. We have all the replays. So TikTok doesn't really do replays, but we do have all the replays of this show on YouTube, on my Penguin and Fish on YouTube. So if you ever wanted to rewatch something, we got it all over there. It's just horizontal, not vertical, like it is on TikTok. Alrighty, a few more stitches, and we'll call it an evening. Ooh, Christine says a new hobby I've taken up is cross stitch. We should do a cross stitch here again sometime. Not again, I don't think we've ever done one here. That's just fun. I just love counting the little X's. I just love that. But man, cross stitch takes surprisingly long. Like if you've been doing embroidery and stuff, and then you switch to doing a cross stitch. Holy cow, it's crazy how long just an itty bitty cross stitch can take. But it's so much fun. I just love it. It's just relaxing, and it's like a simple game with very limited rules, but you can still do a lot within those rules. Like those are the best sort of games, I think. And cross stitch feels like that. Like you can make like anything, but it's just very simple. You do the grid. That'd be fun. I'll have to maybe try and design a little cross stitch that we could do here to add on to our projects. All right, that is the last stitch of the general outline here. I'm going to weave in the end, and we will call it a night there. And so I think this is going to go pretty close to what I expect, hopefully. So outline tonight. I think tomorrow we should be able to get most, if not all, of the little details in the dog done. So like his nose, collar, all that stuff, all his little fur on his back. We should be able to do all of that, I think, tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we'll work on this letter D. This might go through to a little bit of Thursday, like how the cat did. Here's our cat that we did last week. But yeah, that means that we probably have at least a good day, 2 days almost, that we'll be able to quilt this and maybe get going on the actual quilt as you go process. It'd be awesome to just kind of do one of these just to show the process. So maybe we can get to that on Friday. That'd be cool. Just cut one piece of sashing and cut one backing binding piece, which will make sense once we start talking about it. And then we could put 2 of the blocks together. That'd be kind of cool. That would be cool. Trim them down to size. Ooh, I would love to do that. So anyway, so there we are for this evening. All right, so we will be back here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. Here we go, little outline done. So cute. I like this guy. Like I said, this is, I think, the first, or like, this may be the first design that I did for this project, the ABC. The venture into doing the 26 letters, 26 animals, it might have started with this little dog here. So it's fun to just revisit it again and stitch them up again. Duncan or Dudley or we'll have to come up with a name for sure. But awesome, you guys, and thanks again for all your orders of the first blooms. Again, that will go up in price tomorrow. It was that secret sale for just everyone. I'm like secretly telling you guys here today too, but it was just for people who signed up. Like, email me when it's available. We will be announcing it for everyone tomorrow, and the price will go up a little bit. So today's the day if you want the super duper price on those. And then we got the embroidery of the month that we'll be stitching next week. And yeah, we are just full of embroidery here lately, which has been really fun. So awesome, you guys. Thank you again, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.